Hello everyone, Two for Life here, bringing us a brand new video, and today we have a box opening of the brand new Grand Archive set, Abyssal Heaven. So, this is a game that I greatly enjoy and love, and I really wish I could play it more, but I digress. This is a really cool card game, and I really want to do more with Grand Archive. I have done some things in the past. I did a deck profile, which actually did pretty well, and I've done... I don't think I've done an opening yet. I've done a video like introducing it back when it was first coming out, and I've done a deck profile. I think that's it. I'm going to be trying to get to more and more into the game. It's a really cool card game. I have spent way too much money on it for how little I actually play. Having bought in, with the exception of Mortal Ambition and Alchemical Revolution, I've bought in at least like 3 boxes of every set. And of course, also with the exception of this, I can't afford more than 1 box at the moment. There are people who, at my locals, who are what would be called whales, who buy whole cases and multiple cases. And I can't even imagine spending that much money on a card game, on any card game, for that much. But anyways... let's go and get into this. So this is the newest set. It's an expansion set on Mortal Ambition, I think is what it was called. The previous set. My brain is like bugging out on me. So the way that Grand Archive does sets is they release a core set and then they do an expansion set. And also, for the last 2 of them, they have also released these either... So typically with core sets, they release structure decks, and then with these expansion sets, they come out with recollection decks, which support a like side playstyle or something. Like with the previous one, which gave us the Sylvie recollection deck, and it was Tristan, who was the other recollection deck. And those were super, super popular. And... I wanted to get the YgoAmino, I think is her name. YgoAmino, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Chinese. I do not know how to pronounce Chinese very well at all. Anyways, I wanted to pick up that as well because I like Tamer a lot. And the new Tamer is basically a summoner. And that's really cool. Unfortunately, my locals is sold out of both recollections. So I will try to see if I can get a recollection eventually. I'm gonna have to order online. Wow, these... I've opened a ton of this, of Grand Archive before, but these ones, for some reason, feel very poofy. There's a ton of air in here and a lot of empty space. Just something I noticed. So, let's go ahead and crack this open. So, typically with these, this is going to be predominantly support for the recollection decks, along with stuff that was introduced in Mortal Ambition. This is one of the supports for the recollection deck with the tokens that I think her name is Diao-chan summons. This thing is... this seems so annoying, and it's like the perfect control deck, almost. Anyways, at the beginning of your recollection phase, banish a card from your graveyard. This is really annoying. This is one of those tokens that you give your opponent and stuff, with the Diao-chan, I hope I'm not getting her name wrong, deck. But anyways, moving on, we have Whispering Grasp. Yeah, Diao-chan. Yeah, Diao-chan. So yeah, this is another thing that like she does with the wither counters, where they basically put an upkeep maintenance cost on a creature. Very annoying. This card just puts a weather counter on something and then explains what weather counters do. And then, oh, if you're playing Diao-chan, you get to draw a card into your memory as well, which is pretty cool. Speaking of Diao-chan, we have her level 2, which is pretty cool. I'm not super interested in the Diao-chan playstyle. I might check it out eventually, but it is interesting. I wonder if we're going to get any... I think you're guaranteed to get the double face cards. So one really cool thing that they're doing with this set is introducing double-sided cards, which I still remember being a kid and seeing Ayin in Chaotic and be like, whoa, this card has 2 sides, what the heck? And then then you look at Magic, where double-sided cards are dime a dozen with how many different mechanics there are with it. I don't think Pokemon has any double-sided cards. Digimon hasn't done it. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if they do eventually. Then Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't done it either, but it, again, wouldn't surprise me if they eventually do double-sided cards. But anyways, yeah, Grand Archive is doing double-sided cards, and I think it's really cool. Anyways, this is not one of them, though. Invigorating Concoction enters hindered, so rested. Then you can tap it, sacrifice it, put 2 buff counters on target ally, and then draw a card. That's pretty cool. Then we got Dazzling Cortescent. This is another new mechanic they're doing with Kindle, where you can banish cards from your graveyard while paying for this instead of paying for this cost. So you may banish up to 3 Fire Element cards from your graveyard, and then each one pays for 1 of this card's cost. So really goes in tandem with Fire's propensity for discarding and sacking stuff. I like that a lot. Nothing's super grasped me yet, but I also try to go into Grand Archive without getting spoiled. We have Winds of Destiny. You may rest 2 Fate Stone cards you control rather than pay this card's reserve cost. Suppress target item, ally, or weapon. Suppress is kind of like where you blink out an item, ally, or weapon, or whatever you target with it until it comes back, until like the end of the turn, if I remember right. Yeah, the beginning of the next end phase, yeah. Basically the end of turn. Innocuous Disposer. We got a uncommon. Innocuous Disposer's attacks can't be retaliated by human allies. That's funny. Class bonus, so it's an assassin on hit. If the hit ally is a human, you may remove a preparation counter from your champion if you do destroy the hit ally. That is interesting. Pretty cool stuff for assassins. Something that I really like is that even though the new Tamer is Luxem, because Luxem was traditionally for assassins, there's actually quite a bit of Xander support basically in here. So then for our last card in this first set pack is Bloom Autumn's Fall, which is a Daltron card, cleric spell, class bonus. So this card's literally unplayable if you're playing a Terra, like a Terra Tamer. Class bonus, each opponent sacrifices all flower buds. For each flower bud summon, sacrifices select their controller summons your choice of an Acerbia or Washuru token. And then element bonus, discard this card from your hand, and power 2, draw a card. That's pretty cool. And then the token that they mentioned is like one of these, the Washuru, or the other token that is used for the Daltron control deck. I'm not super big on control decks. I do like playing them every now and then. Like I've been testing the new Odeon support for Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm not super big on control. It's not always been my thing. I really like being able to summon a bunch of guys and attack and stuff, you know what I mean? Come on, get out of there. So we got a Flower Bud token. Interestingly, a lot of the tokens you can also play in your main deck, like just playing them, and it's like, I don't see any point to. Anyways, Flower Bud token, it does nothing. It just comes out and is a Flower Bud. Interesting. Horse Archer, Ranger Human, class bonus, range 2, Equestrian, as long as you control another horse ally. Archer has range 3 instead, which is pretty cool. I'm not super big on the Equestrian stuff, honestly. Then we got Tidestone Seeker on enter, Glimpse 3. So that's pretty cool. So basically, Glimpse is Scry. So this is a Cleric Tamer. Sorry, not Tamer. This is a Cleric. Why did I say Tamer? I see Stone, and I thought like Fate Stone, which is what they call the new Summoner stuff. Anyways, ooh, I think we got a foil. Yeah, that's a foiling back there. Whoops, spoiling. Anyways, Whirlwind Threads, which is an action tamer spell. Put a quest counter on your champion. If an object was to suppress this turn, put Whirlwind Threads into your memory. That's pretty cool. I'm really not sure what's going to be the best way to play Daltron yet. Not Daltron, Gualgia, but I can't wait to mess around with her. I actually have a few decks I really want to do deck profiles on. I don't know if they're any good because I'm still learning this game in terms of like what makes a good deck and not, but I do really like it. It's a water tamer deck focused on a card. So, so here's our first foil. Flame Lash Beastmaster. Ally Tamer Human. On enter. A target beast ally you control gets +3 until the end of the turn. Which is pretty cool. This is an uncommon foil too, which is nice. It's always better when you get a higher than common foil, but oh well. I get mostly foil commons. Very pretty card. I like that. We got Maju Grin Panda back there. I think, nope, that is not. I got excited. I thought it was a Fate Stone for a second. It is not. Anyways, oh yeah, if you don't know how foils work in Grand Archive, every card can be a foil for the most part. I don't think can any? Yeah, no, yeah. Pretty much everything can be a foil. So any card can be printed as a foil, but the different rarities, you gotta like look down here to see, like, come on. Like, do you see the U for uncommon right there? Yeah. Anyways, putting that aside. Let's see here. We have Glowing Conflagration. Cleric spell. Class bonus, Kindle 3. You pay 3 instead of, by banishing 3 fire cards. Deal 1+X damage to target champion, where X is the amount of Phantasias you control. Very interesting. I like how they keep trying to buff Phantasias, because traditionally, from what I've seen, they're not all that great. But, like, it is really cool. Immaterial Dissolution, Mage Spell, level 2 or higher. This card costs 1 less to activate. Destroy up to 3 target non-regalia token objects with total reserve cost 4 or less. That's really cool. I like that. More poppin' stuff. Always fun. Our last card for this pack, Maiden of Shrouded Fog. It's a rare. Fantasia Ally. Oh, more Fantasia Allies. I remember that was something they introduced with Tristan. I don't remember seeing any in Mortal Ambition. I might be wrong on that. Anyways, Fantasia Ally, Cleric Spell, Cleric Apparition, class bonus Spell Shroud, where so long as you have if she's a cleric, I mean, if you're a cleric, she's got Spell Shroud, so it can't be targeted by spells. Whenever you activate a card from your memory, put a buff counter on target Fantasia Ally you control. That's pretty cool. I like that. You know, just get buffer as you activate your stuff. Alrighty. Let's keep going with this. It would be cool if I pull a CSR. I'm not really counting on it. I got really lucky with Mercurial Heart and the Tristan and Sylvie recollections, where I got 2 CSRs like really quick back to back. So I don't really count on my luck that much anymore. Anyways, we have Arcane Blast. This is a reprint, but it's got the Senju art because the new one of the I think it's the Senju in the Recollection who like generates Arcane Blasts so much you use them. It's really funny. Anyways, this card just does 11 damage to something, but it's got efficiency, so the higher your level, the less it costs, which is really cool. Now we got Apothic Ruin. I remember reading this. Yeah, it's a Dalchon card. Efficiency, if you're Dalchon. Put 4 weather counters on target non-champion object, so you the opponent has to pay 4 to keep their item, their object. This deck just sounds so annoying. But I digress. We got another Dazzling Cortessan. We have Forgetful Concoction, Enters Hindered, Tap Sack It, Fate tap Sack It. Banish 2 cards at random from target opponent's memory. Return those cards to their memory at the beginning of the next end phase. Of their next end phase, draw a card. So yeah, pretty cool card. Not all that great, but cool. Oh. And then we got Fate Stone Balance. Hey, we finally got a Fate Stone. So Item Tamer Fate Stone. Gialgia bonus. Whenever an opponent activates a card, if that opponent has exactly 3 cards in their memory, transform Fates into Balance. So if they activate a thing and they got 3 memory, you flip it. Then the back side is Woodland Shoats. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Look at that. See, I love how this is like a summoner, because you got like the item that you use to like summon your familiar. I love that. That flavor. Makes me want to play RuneScape again. I loved using summoner stuff in that. Pain in the butt to grind that. Freaking skill though. So, Woodland Stoats. It's an ally, Tamer Beast, Fate-bound Boar. Steadfast, this ally can retaliate while rested and doesn't rest to do so. And that's it. See, this is my main problem with the Fate Stone stuff, is that like they're just, I don't think they're all that great. Like, for having to wait to flip it over and your opponent to fulfill some specific condition, that doesn't scream all that great. But it is a 3/3, so, I mean, you only paid 2 for it, so I guess it's not terrible. But, I'm still very iffy. Oh, hey, we got a Convalescing Mare, Ally Cleric Tamer, Animal Horse. Class bonus, fast activation. You may activate this card at fast speed. On enter, recover 1. Other allies you control get +1 until end of turn. This is really cool. I might try that for my Water Tamer deck. It's not all that great, but hey, recover 1 is pretty nice. And it's a 2 cost. That's really nice. Rearing Rebound. Suppress target ally, and then a question: if you throw a horse ally, draw a card in your memory. That's really cool. I really wish, since they focus so heavily on equestrians in Mortal Ambition, and they gave us bows for Ranger, I really wish we would have gotten a champion that was a ranger that focused on bows and horses, because like it makes sense, you know, horseback archers and all that stuff, but they didn't. Instead we got a very obnoxious cleric who I don't know how good it actually is going to be, and a summoner tamer, which I think is cool still too, but having a horseback archer I think would have been really cool. And then, ooh, we have Genbu's Command. So Genbu is the water big fate stone that you can choose to play instead of the others. Target beast ally gets +3 health until the end of the turn. If that ally is a Senju, recover 6. That is really cool. Helps keep stuff alive. Really, really handy for the Gualgia deck with Genbu. Yeah, I think her, like, 4 bosses that you can choose from are, like, the 4, like, mythical beasts of China or whatever. Genbu. Who was the others? I remembered him from Digimon. He got a Zulongmon, no, was he called Genbumon? I don't remember. Crap. He was the big tree. Why is he watering this then? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. We got Clear Pastures. Action, Tamer Skill, Equestrian. If you control a horse ally, glimpse 3. So yeah, this does nothing if... Oh wait, no. Draw a card into your memory. So, okay, if you have a horse, you glimpse 3, and then, so you scry if you don't know what... You basically look at the top 3, and then you can put them back in any order, or put them at the bottom of your deck. And then it draws you a card into your memory, which is pretty cool. Got a token. Think Deep. This card costs 2 less to activate as long as you control a Fate Stone or a Fate-bound object. Cool. Glimpse 2 and put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your graveyard. Ooh, that's really cool, even for just general water decks and stuff. Then we got Bounding Gust. This card costs 2 less to activate as long as it's targeting an attacking ally. Return target ally to its owner's hand. That's pretty cool. I like that. Explosive Concoction. Sacrifice it. By tapping it, deal 4 damage to target champion, draw a card. That's really cool. It does enter hindered, so you gotta wait a turn, but still, I like it. Then we got Ravenous Pyre, Fantasia, Cleric Spell, class bonus on enter, draw a card, and discard a card. Whenever a champion you don't control levels up, deal 2 damage to it. That's annoying. That's annoying. I like it. Then we have a uncommon with Sylph's Envelopment. Banish target ally you controlled and return it to the field under its owner's control rested. If that ally is a Fantasia, enters the field with an additional buff counter on it. Oh, okay. So this is just a way to, like, keep your stuff from dying and all that. I like that. I'm actually set that aside, actually, for wind allies. Stifling Trap. It's a new alter of it. Freaking Stifling Trap. Card's annoying. That's the one that also makes it yeah, negates the enter triggers. Card cost me the game at a regional. Ugh. Anyways, then we got Galgia, Blessed Scion. On entering, you may put 2 quest counters on her. If you don't, draw a card. Then needs a release. So basically, by removing her from underneath your level 3, negate target activation trigger that targets Fatestone or Fatebound a Fatestone or Fatebound object you control. That's really cool. I'm not super into pulling the Galgia stuff, because, like, you get most of it from the deck, but, like, I don't have it yet. I do intend on getting it eventually. Stand Fast, Action Guardian Warrior skill. Activate this card only during your end phase. Wake up target ally you control against Taunt and gets +1 until the beginning of your next turn. That's cool. Taunt basically means it's your opponent has to attack it first. I like that. So, Galewind Scout, range 3. Basically, as long as it's distant, you get +3 damage with her. Pretty cool, making Wind Ranger better. Restorative Flame. Banish up to 3 fire element cards from your graveyard. For each card banished this way, recover 2. Ooh, I like that. Then we got Outrider of Waves, has range 2, just water for Water Ranger. Usurp the Winds, Mage Spell, up to 1 target. Ally gets +1 attack and +1 HP until on a turn. Calming bonus, when you change the direction of your shifting currents to a different direction of your choice, when you change it from facing west to south this way, draw a card. So, Calming, very interesting playstyle. You basically, the shifting currents thing is like an emblem for Magic. A little bit much for me, but very cool. Forge Scale Mail. Unit link. This object enters linked to target unit. If the link is broken, sacrifice this object. If damage would be dealt to linked unit, you may banish Forge Scale Mail. If you do, prevent 2 of that damage and draw a card. Ooh, I like that. It could be handy. Oh! Spirit of Fortuitous Wind. I hope to God I pull the other 2. So, okay. The spirits, which are your level 0s, they're very, 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 very important. And which ones you choose are also very, 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 very important. These ones, the new Fortuitous ones, maybe it's just me, but it really feels like they just power crept every other one and get in the game. Unless you really want the healing one and you really want the shard, which I don't see any reason to. So this says, on enter, glimpse 7, and then draw 7 cards from into your memory. So, oh, okay, never mind. I did not read that, it draws them into your memory. So that is interesting. Okay, maybe never mind. It did not power grip the others. So, okay, so the Glimpse 6 is still probably better than this. So, okay, so basically what that means is okay, so if you're going first, you Glimpse 7, and that means you can then mulligan. And then you draw your 7, but instead of drawing into your hand, it goes into your memory, which means, if I'm correct, I don't believe... Wait, actually... So, it goes Wake Up phase, Material phase, where you play stuff from your your material deck, which of course would be this guy. And then it goes Recollect, and then Draw for turn. So, unless I'm mistaken, this is actually still not terrible. Okay, so hang on. Because what I was thinking for a second is that, oh, you have all 7 memory face down and you can't do anything for a turn. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think you do actually still get your cards, because then you recollect afterwards, and then you get your hand. The thing is it prevents you from cheesing stuff by activating stuff before you go to recollect. I think, okay, actually this might still be good. I gotta look up the rolling on that. So yeah, depending on how that goes, I might still like it or not. Okay. Anyways, yeah, this is the wind one. There's also one for fire and water. They all do the same thing. But anyways, so yeah, that's my... Is that really only my first super rare? Did I really not pull any other super rares yet? I don't think so, unless I missed it. Or how many packs deep and that's only the first super rare? Did I miss it? Okay, yeah. Rare. Rare. No, uncommon. Yeah, that's the first super rare. Okay, interesting. Moving on. But we did get a foil within, like, the first 2 packs, so we'll see. We'll see. The foil was a uncommon, right? Yeah, uncommon. Okay. Break Apart. This card costs 2 more to activate if it targets a regalia. Destroy target item or weapon. Really cool. Always love more item destruction. We got Nightshade. This is another one of those tokens for Dialchon. This one puts weather counters on on objects you control every turn. That's annoying. Splashing Spear Guard, imbue 3. As you play, you may reveal that the 3 memory, like the 3 cards you're paying for, are water. If you do, it's imbued on enter. If it's imbued, target player puts the top 2 cards of the deck into the library. Into the graveyard. Cool. That's interesting. I like it. Yeah, I might try that for water decks. Then we got Rolling Threads. Already read that. Oh, we got our second foil, and it's Restorative Flame. Cool. Okay. Come on, focus. There we go. So that's our second foil. Kind of sucks. It's a card we've pulled already, but oh well. It's not a, at least it's not a duplicate foil. Then we got Steady Sharpshooter. On attack, put an aim counter on Steady Sharpshooter. Then you may remove all aim counters from Steady Sharpshooter. For each counter removed this way, Steady Sharpshooter gains range 2 for this attack. So this card's really interesting because if you can keep it alive, it can keep gaining counters, and you can hit big, like for big damage with it. Problem is as soon as you try doing that, your opponent's going to gun for it. Now, it does have 4 health, so there is that at least. But anyways, we have Gentle Respite. If target opponent's influence is greater than yours, draw a card into your memory, and then it's got Floating Memory. So yeah, for a 3-cost Floating Memory, it's not fast though, so that's going to hold it back. And then we have Changbang, Heroic Impasse. On enter, put a buff counter on a unique ally you control. Allies you control, if one or more buff counters on them, have Ambush. At the beginning of your recollection phase, if you don't control a unique ally, sacrifice Changbang. That's interesting. I might try that in like Wind Allies or something. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. Sorry, my camera has a limit of 30 minutes for recording. It was getting close, and we're not even halfway through this box, so yeah. Okay. We got another token. This is Baihua. At the beginning of your recollection phase, each opponent recovers 1. Obviously, the intention is to give it to the opponent, and then you gain 1. Ameliorating Mantra. Remove 2 weather counters from each of up to 2 target objects. Floating Memory. So this is going to be... I'm glad they put counters to Dialchon bullcrap in here, because this is going to be handy if Dialchon takes off. Speaking of the lady, Dialchon Enchantress. On enter, put 2 Glimmer counters on Dialchon. Inherited effect, tap. Activate a reaction spell card from your memory. Pay its reserve cost only by removing that many Glimmer counters from Dialchon. Activate this ability only during an opponent's turn. That's mildly annoying. God, I can already tell I'm not going to like playing against that deck. Razor Blade Execution. Imbue 3. If it's imbued on kill, you get to put a preparation counter on your champion. That's cool. You do have to be a class bonus, obviously. But hey, if you're playing this, you're playing an assassin deck. Cinder Geyser, Cleric Spell, as long as the opponent has 4 more cards in their memory. Play this card. This card costs 2 less to activate. Deal 4 damage to target unit. That's really handy. Just pop something, hopefully. Dire Requiem, summon a Direwolf token. This is a really cool like sub-archetype I've noticed in here. From looking at some spoilers, there's like 3 or 4 cards focused on Direwolves. I like that. So class bonus, you may banish a fire element card from your graveyard. If you do, summon another Direwolf token. That's funny. I wonder if this is another like tamer. We'll see eventually. Searing Truth. Deal 2 damage to target unit. Galgia bonus. Put a quest counter on your champion. Cool. Oh, we got another. Oh, okay. This is a card for Xander. Striking Illuminance, prepare 2, yada yada yada. I'll be honest, I don't care. I've never cared for Xander too much. I tried playing Tristan for a bit. I like her, but she's not too different from typical fun stuff. Oh, Rotund Squirrel. This is probably going to be my new... This is probably going to be my new rep for... So, okay, I have like 50 freaking cards set aside from like 10 different card games that I use as a field center for Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is probably going to be one of my new ones. It's going to be one of my new Grand Archive reps for it. Who needs a hot lady when you got a Rotund Squirrel? I love it. It's so funny. The flavor text also seals the deal, and he enters Ender. He's just a chubby boy. I love him. He sucks, but he's a chubby boy, and who doesn't love a chubby boy? Well, actually, a lot of people don't love chubby boys. But anyways, unless they're very cute like a squirrel. YgoAmino is level 1, Chosen Disciple. Really cool. Would be nice if I can pull to level 3 in here, but I kind of doubt that will happen. Let's see here. Myanimelist, Shimmering Air. 2 costs, 1/2. Fantasia Ally, Cleric Apparition, Floating Memory. Wait, hang on. It just dawned on me. Are the Cleric Apparitions ghosts? Is this a ghost? She's a ghost. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Oh, God. Didn't Magic just, like, have a Ghostbusters crossover? God. Increasing danger. Oh yeah, this is another reprint. That's cool. Draw a card. Each player draws a card into their memory. So you get 1 card. Actually, no, you get 2 and your opponent gets 1. I don't like that much, but okay. Hey, you know what? Go up on 1 on your opponent. That's nice. Lively Chorrel. Tamer Skill Melody. Target animal or ally beast. Target animal or beast ally you control gets +3 until a turn, and then it's got Floating Memory. Ooh. Just gonna say that aside. Always love Floating Memory. Maiden of Reverend Gale. Fantasia Ally. Cleric Apparition. Another Ghost. Intercept. On Death. How do you kill a ghost? Return target wind element spell action card from your graveyard to your memory. That's cool. And she's a 0/2, so she's kind of meant to die again. But anyways, yeah, getting your wind cards back, really nice. It is for Cleric, which is mildly annoying. General at Arms. Ooh, she looks cool. Pull arm attack cards you activate. Enter with the intent with +2 attack. That is, pull arm attack cards. That's cool, and this is for any warrior, so it can be used for more than just, I forget his name. Oh, hey, we finally got another super. Zhang Lao, the Bloodmonger. I read this card earlier, and it's one of the funniest things. So, she's totally made for, the Berserker guy. I think his name's Jin. I can't remember. I think his name's Jin. Anyways, unique ally, cleric, warrior, human, taunt on enter, you may recover 3. At the beginning of your recollection phase, if your champion has 0 damage counters on them, deal 20 unpreventable damage to your champion and draw 3 cards. This card alone makes me kind of want to play Jin. It's so silly. So Jin's whole gimmick is he can't die. He's a berserker, and then you just recover back your health afterwards. But oh my god. So yeah, this is so funny. I love it. Anyways, hey, we finally got another super. No UR yet. The only UR I know for a fact that's in here is the Lubo, whatever her name is. Hey, a fledgling token. There's lots of stuff for that in here. Very cute. He looks very angry. Then again, eagles always look angry. Serpetuous Scheme. Why can I not say that? Remove a level counter for target champion. If a counter is moved this way, draw a card. That's cool. It's a 1-drop. Could be handy in certain situations. Okay, so I didn't even read the name. I just looked at the art. Can you tell me that this does not... tell me this does not look exactly like the girl from One Punch Man, the green lady? I'm sorry, I haven't watched One Punch Man. What's her name? Tatsumaki or something? I don't know. I just see fan art of her all the time every time I go on Twitter. Roland Reaper. Very pretty. Assassin Human. At the beginning of your end phase, you may remove a preparation counter from your champion. If you do, wake up Roland Reaper. That's cool. She's not all that great, though. She doesn't have taunt or intercept or anything, so why would you want to wake her up by removing a prep? That doesn't feel great. Let's see here. Another Recovering Flame. Oh, hey, we got another Fate Zone. Okay, so fast activation, unenter target ally control gets +2 into end of turn. YgoAmino bonus, pay 4 tap, put the top 2 cards of your deck into the graveyard, and then transform this into the Mocking Otter. He's doing a thumbs down. Taunt and then retort 2. So as long as it's retaliating, gets +2, and then taunt makes it so that you have to attack it first before other creatures. Very, 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 very cool card. That's such a big cost, though, paying for it. So you got to pay 2 to place it. It is fast activating, so you can do it on your opponent's turn. Heal up one of your dudes. And then on your turn, or maybe even during the opponent's turn, if you got enough memory to pay, you can pay 4, tap it to flip it over. That's really cool, but again, with the Fate Stones, they don't feel very strong. If that's, like, am I making sense? I might be totally wrong. Anyways, we got Wing Peak Patriarch. Other birds you control get +1. I wonder if we're ever going to get, like, a bird-focused tamer. And then we got Provoking Squad. Oh, Provoking Stand. Target ally gains taunt until the beginning of your next turn. If that ally is unique, draw a card into your memory. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to set that aside. Hey! Angry Slime! Raffle Slime. Pride 4 on enter. For every 5 damage counters on your champion, put a buff counter on Raffle Slime. As long as Raffle Slime has 6 or more buff counters on it, it has immortality, which is really funny, which basically means they have to get rid of it by suppressing or bouncing it or some other kind of thing. A very cool card. I don't know if it's going to find a place in the Sylvie Slime decks, which, oh, I think I just saw we have an Ultra. That reminds me, they said something about there being a replacement for Baby Gray Slime, but I haven't seen anything about that yet. Anyways, Auspicious Feast. Each player recovers 4. For 1 drop, I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're really lagging behind and your opponent has plenty health. We got Flood Bloom. That Lively Coral. So yeah, this is all stuff we've seen already. We're starting to see the reprints. Oh, another Fate Stone. Fast activation. This is Cyclonic Fate Stone. On enter, suppress target attacking ally you don't control. So obviously you plop this down when your opponent's attacking you. Then you can pay 3 to tap it, transform it. So let's see what its other side is. The Windstalker Wolf. It's a 5/5 for 3 that has Pride 5. So you gotta be level 5 for it to want to work with you. Again, I'm just so mixed. Anyways, moving on. We got Caretaker Horse. On enter, another target ally control becomes fostered. That's really cool for Guardian decks, to speed up the fostering process a bit. Austere Priestess. Pretty. On enter, if you have no other cards in your hand, draw. If you have no cards in your hand, draw a card. Cleric Human. That's really cool. I don't know how good that is for Cleric, but that is neat. And when I played, actually, no, that is really good, actually, because you can empty your hand so easily. And yeah, I like that, actually. I might test that out in Arasana. Anyways, for our UR, we have Jianyu Fate's Premonition, unique Fantasia Cleric spell. So, oh boy, that's pretty. Cleric spell, and this is a water, so I can use it for Arasana. I don't know how good it's going to be. So, unique Fantasia Cleric spell. This card costs 2 less to activate for class bonus. As Jianyu enters the field, choose a card name. Cards with the chosen card's name costs 2 plus X more to activate, where X is the amount of Fantasias you control. That is annoying. So this honestly feels like a side deck card, but oh my god, it's so pretty. I love that. Okay, so I hate that you only get 1 UR a box. I'm going to be just fully honest with that. Yeah, you can get lucky and possibly get 2, but 1 UR a box has made some of the URs, especially the main deck ones, cost a ton. I'm looking at you, Carter, back in the heyday. But on that note, though, I love that they made the URs feel more special by making them full arts. This is so gorgeous. And, okay, so, little aside thing real quick. I have a bunch of these things that I got from one of my local card stores. Screw it. I have a bunch of these things from my local card store. It's a Pokemon card, like, frame. But anyways, so yeah, this is forcible cards in here. And I've been wanting to put together one of these for Grand Archive. I just haven't decided on what I want to put. This is one of those cards where I want to put it in one of the frames. It's so pretty. I love Grand Archive's card art. It's so, so pretty. Like, even if everybody at my locals were to stop playing and Grand Archive's, like, player base died, I would still be collecting this game's card art. The cards are so pretty. I want wall scrolls and posters and mats of these art so bad. It's just so freaking pretty. Look at it. Like, okay, I see every now and then posts on Twitter about how Digimon's got the best card art in card games at the moment. Okay, I tend to agree, because I'm also very biased for Digimon. But, Grand Archive really gives that game a run for its money in terms of its art. And honestly, in some situations like this, I think this is honestly better than most every Digimon card art I've seen. It's so freaking pretty, man. Oh, God. I freaking love the old URs that they do that now with. I really hope if they ever do reprint the old URs and stuff, like Grand Crusader's Ring and stuff like that, they keep that up. Okay. Disenchant, destroy target Fantasia. Oh, hey, we did get all 3 levels of Galgia. Yay. Heaven's Favored. As long as you control send you ally, discard costs 3 less to materialize. Galgia Lineage. On enter, you may put a quest counter on Galgia if you don't recover 3. So, yeah, unless I get really lucky with like getting a CSR or something, I'm not pulling one of the big Senjus. Since I got a different UR, and I believe all the big Senjus, the ones in the material deck, are all URs. But yeah, I would love to have the CSR of Galgia. She's so pretty. Silent Firebrand, Kindle 2, that's cool for Assassins. Dissonant Fractal on Enter Glimpse 4, that's it. Just Glimpse 4. I mean, hey, that is handy, and I don't know, that's something to look at. Let's keep going. Bunch of cards that we've already pulled a bunch. What's this? Oh, cool, another Jin card. Bloodshroud Temper. Target weapon gains Omni Shroud until the end of turn. A target of Omni Shroud can't be targeted by activations, materializations, or triggers. Put 2 durability counters on that weapon if your damage exceeds 20. So yeah, again, Jin is all about, hey, I'm going to have like 40 damage on me and not be dead. Okay. Rescue the Air. Level plus, as long as you're level. Wait. Okay, Guardian skill, level 1 or more. As long as you control a unique ally, discard costs 1 less to activate, so you can play it for 0. Return target ally you control to its owner's memory. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Okay, setting that aside. That's like way better than Escape the Wreckage. Except Escape the Wreckage, if I remember, it also draws a card. I can't remember. It's been a second since I've read it. Let's see. Feathery Tune. Summon 2 fledgling tokens. Yeah, the 0-1s. Although there is ways to make them bigger. So yeah. Flamebolt Arbalest, range 4. That's all he does, and he's a 2 cost. I don't really care for him. Splashing Spear Guard. We got another one of those, so I'm gonna set that card aside because it is a good one. Scorching Imperilement. Class bonus. This card costs 2 less to activate at the beginning of each player's end phase, and the player may discard a card. If they do, they draw a card. Kind of hate that your opponent gets to draw a card too, but hey, balance. Something that many other card games give up on. Envelopment. Yeah, read that one earlier. Yeah. And then Sunblessed Gazelle. This is for Galgia. Super rare. Oh, cool. Ally, Tamer, Animal, Antelope, Taunt. On enter, if your influence is 3 or less, draw a card and recover 3. Cool. Sunblessed Gazelle gets plus X health, where X is the highest influence among your opponents. I keep thinking it's funny to always mention multiple opponents, yet I don't think they've done anything for like a commander style thing where you can play against 4 people. But it would be cool. Alrighty. Yeah, we're at 17 minutes. That means, oh my god, this is like a 40-minute box opening. But hey, when you stop and read everything, it kind of goes hand in hand. Now we're at the point where we're just going to be blazing through. Blazing Bowman. See, another bow guy. On enter. Blazing Bow. Oh, wait, didn't they already print this guy earlier? I think this is a reprint. Mistworn Magister. Ally Mage. Class bonus Intercept. Deluge 3 on death if you have 3 or more. Water element cards in your graveyard. Put 2 enlightenment counters on your champion. Cool. Waterlogged Ranger. Range 2, Deluge 3. On enter if you have 3 or more. On enter if you have 3 or more water element cards in your graveyard, she becomes distant, which is really cool. And then Brackish Ludist. If a card with floating memory would be put into a great player's graveyard, that player banishes it instead. This is a really cool side card. So yeah, just being able to get rid of floating memory, and it's only a rare. I get the feeling for... The thing is, it also affects you too, so you gotta be really careful with it. But, oh my god, drop that on somebody who's playing a mill deck and they're gonna hate you. Like Chorus, Return Scroll, Galgia, bunch of stuff we've already read before. Have you read that before? Pluming Crescendo. Oh, it's a Wind Tamer skill. Harmony. Harmonize. If you've activated a melody card before this turn, summon 2 fledgling tokens. Animals you control get +1 until end of turn. Cool. Evanescent Winds. Fantasia Islands you control get +2 until end of turn. Last bonus. Floating Memory. Sun Glory. Sentinel. Very pretty art. Foster at the beginning of, so class bonus, Foster. As long as it's Foster and is attacking a champion, gets +2. Really cool. I'm glad Guardian gets a bit more support, because I felt like Guardian just kind of got skipped over for a bit there. But then Nico. And I don't think Nico needs more support. Anyways, let's see. Come on, focus. There we go. Withering Grasp. Sure, I heard my phone ringing a minute ago. Wild Heart Hymn. So in a turn, whenever an animal enters the field under your control, put a buff counter on it. Oh, intriguing. Increasing danger. Oh, we got another. We got a foil version of Rescue the Air. Cool. I really want to play that in my Wind allies. So, yeah. Beguiling Bandit, Assassin Warrior Human. Players can't declare attacks targeting Beguiling Bandit unless they pay 1 for each attack decoration. Class bonus, level 2 or more. Beguiling Bandit gets +1. Intriguing. So it's an Assassin Warrior card. I don't think she's all that great, but very interesting. Demolition. This card costs 1 less to activate if you're a mage. Deal 3 damage to target unit or seizeable domain. Yeah, seizeable domains are something they've added in here. It's kind of like battles from Magic. Not exactly the same, but it's very similar. Guardian, Human, class bonus, Foster. On Foster, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your graveyard. As long as he is Fostered, he gets +2 health and has Taunt. Wow, this thing can be very annoying with having 5 health. Alrighty. My back and my legs are starting to really hurt from being bent over. Alrighty. Come on, load. Not load. Focus. That's the word I'm looking for. Dialchan. Clear Pastures. My aunt is being very loud right now. I'm sorry about it. Disciple of the Waves. Another 3. As long as you have 3 or more water element cards in your graveyard, this card costs 1 less to activate. That's it? It does not feel that great. But it can be a 2 cost. I can just plop onto the field very easily. Submerged Fate Stone. Champions you don't control get -1 level. Galgia bonus at the beginning of your recollection phase. You may banish a card with floating memory from your graveyard. If you do, transform Submerged Fate Stone. That seems good. Commanding Sea Titan. Ooh, 1/5. Holy crap. Champions you don't control get -1 level and Taunt. This is really cool, actually. Especially if you have multiple out. Oh my god. So yeah, Galgia Water is something I do really want to test out. So, I'm going to sit daddy side. Winds of Destiny. May rest 2 Fate Stones you control after you pay this, rather than pay this card. Oh yeah, I read that earlier. Read that. Oh, send Seryu's command. Okay. Seryu, yeah, okay. That's another, yes, there's Seryu, Genbu, Fengswan, I think was the fire one, the Phoenix. And then, so that was the turtle, the dragon, the phoenix, and then there was a tiger. What was the tiger's name? I forget his name. Anyways, as long as you control an arcane element, send your ally, you may ignore this card's elemental requirements as you activate it. Till end of turn, whenever target beast attacks, trigger all of its on-attack abilities twice. That's very mean. This is a super rare too. Very cool card. Can be very mean with certain on-attack triggers. So, I think that's mainly, of course, the command cards are mainly intended to be used with their respective Senju. And yeah. I don't remember what Seiryu does. I think he's the one, yeah, he's the one who generates arcane cards and stuff. So, yeah. Like Arcane Blast. I see... Holy crap. I was not expecting this. I thought I saw something interesting as I was pulling through. I just pulled another CSR. These side sets love me. Screw everything else. Let's, so this is, this is the water one. Yeah, this is Genbu. Holy crap. Okay, I know it's upside down. I'm sorry. Okay, so every time I pull a CSR, which has now happened 3 times, I get a bit freaked out, okay? Now, it is interesting to note, because I was even thinking earlier that it seems like CSRs are easier to pull from this set, because I was reading online that people are pulling them left and right, and holy crap. My God, I guess I'm playing, water YgoAmino now. Okay, so I don't even know what Genbu does off the top of my head. Okay, so it's a 9 cost in the material deck. Regalia, item, tamer, fates. Holy crap, look at that! It's so hard to see. Okay, so hang on, wait. The texturing makes it look like it's raining. It looks like it's raining. This feels weird, by the way, to hold with it being double-sided. God, how do you even use this in a tournament? You gotta get it double-sided. Holy crap. Okay, so, my hands are kind of shaking. Okay, Tamer, Fatestone, Immortal, Spell Shroud. At the beginning of your recollection phase, each player puts the top card of their deck into their graveyard. Gaugia bonus, whenever... God, this is hard to read. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into your graveyard from your deck, put a quest counter on your champion. You may tap and remove 9 quest counters from your champion. If you do, wake up and transform Fabled Sapphire Fatestone. Holy crap. Okay, Mother of God, I was not expecting to pull this. Okay, what does Genbu do? Genbu, holy crap, he's so cool looking! Spell Shot Taunt, 3 attack, 9 health. Not the greatest stat line in the world, but okay, it's workable. Gia bonus, pay 3, Genbu gets plus X life until end of turn, where X is the amount of water element cards in your graveyard. Activate this ability only once each turn. So yeah, he's very much meant to be an unkillable wall while your other guys are swinging at your opponent. So, having been playing a Waterside Serpent deck, it is very easy to get like 20 water cards in your grave. And, oh my God. This thing can get to like 40 health, and it's got Spell Shroud and Taunt. Your opponent has to attack it, and they can't get rid of it through a spell. Is this a right size? No, that is not. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh size. Hang on 1 second. I gotta get this in a sleeve. My friend is gonna kill me. That's still the wrong sleeve. No. Ugh. I might just steal one from a Digimon card. I don't know. Yeah, I almost didn't even buy a box today because I'm like looking at everything and I'm like, I don't know. Is it worth it? And then I was so upset that they didn't have the recollections, and I'm like, screw it. I'll get a box, see what I get. I'm sorry, Break Dramon, you are losing your sleeve. Like a $2 alt art for a... I'm scared to look up the price. Grand Archive has been very kind to me. I'm still upset I missed out on getting the Yuletide Kongming gift set. But I guess I can't complain. Okay. To Google, to TCG player. I'm curious. Peter in a second. I'm being yelled for, darn it. Fabled Sapphire Fatestone. I cannot spell sapphire. There's one listing for this for over $1,000. Okay, between getting yelled for and also this, I need a minute, and we still got 3 packs left. I will be right back. Jump cut here in a moment. Okay, so taking care of family stuff. I've calmed down. Let's get these last 3 packs done. I am sorry this is like the longest box opening I've ever done. Oh, God. Okay, last 3 packs. I don't care what else is in here. I don't. God. Because let's be real, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I feel compelled to play Water Galchon now, but that's beside the point. Okay, focus. There we go. Yeah, did I just call it Galchon? I keep calling binding the 2. YgoAmino. There we go. Speaking of Galchon, though. Okay, moving on. Continuing on. Smoke Out. I think that's a new one. Deal 1 damage to target unit. If that unit has stealth, deal 4 damage to it instead. That's funny. I like that. The art's fun, too. I love Grand Archive art so much, man. Can be really pretty. Or really funny at times. Modulating Cadence. Austere Priestess. And then Harness Lightning. Hey, that's another card for, did I go again? Yeah, YgoAmino. As long as you control an arcane element Senju ally, ignore this card's elemental requirements as you activate it. Choose one, empower 4, then banish Harness Lightning. Or target ally gets +4 until end of turn, then banish Harness Lightning. They really don't want you to loop in multiple copies of this. That's funny. Really cool card. I don't care anymore because I'm not playing Arcane. The Arcane build. Oh, God. Let's keep going. So let's see here. We got, what, 3 foils, a CSR, and a UR. We pretty much got everything that could be pulled that's important out of... Oh, Direwolf. Yeah, the Direwolf token. It's a 0-drop. At the beginning of your end phase, sacrifice Direwolf. So, this, yeah, even though it's a token, like, and again, tokens you can play in your main deck, I mean, it doesn't say token anywhere, but it's a 0 cost, and it's just a dude you can just plop on the field and ping for 2, and then he dies. Kind of cool. I really like it. Fleetfoot Philly, I wanted to call it Eli for a second there. Whenever a player suppresses... Oh, yeah, I read that. Beseeched Fatestone. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is like Beseeched the Wind, and it's a super rare. Cool. On inert material is a card from your material deck. Pay 6, tap. Transform Beseeched Fatestone. This ability costs 2 less to activate for each card you've materialized this turn. So if you've done that once, which is going to be the average, it will only cost 4. But if you have... I mean, if you use this card on its own... it costs so much, though. 6... I don't know. Gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, what does this do on the flip side? It's the panda. They really missed a chance to just make this a Kung Fu panda. But anyways, it's a daunting panda. Vigor, it's a 3/4. It wakes up. Yeah, I feel like the other side's better. But hey, you know what? For getting to get cheese out on a material card, I'm not gonna complain. Shimmering Refraction. Deal X damage to target unit, where X is the amount of Phantasias you control. If it was... Oh yeah, I read this. If it was activated from your memory, you may put it back. Tinder Flare Pivot, Kindle 2. Target Ranger unit becomes distant and gains ranged 1. Ooh. Okay, I love Fire Ranger. I'm going to have to pick board this up because I don't think I've pulled a single one of this before this, but I want to play this in Fire Ranger. Love it. And then we got Mana Resonance. This card costs X less to activate, where X is the highest reserve cost among spell cards your opponent controls on the effect stack. Okay, so in response and stuff. Draw a card, and then if no cards were reserved into your memory to pay for this card's reserve cost, draw an additional card. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. It's a rare. I like it. Okay, last pack. I mean, I wish this was the last pack, I'll be honest. If the pack that had the CSR in it was the last pack, that would have been a perfect way to end it off, but we don't get that. We don't get fun things like that happening. And yeah, we don't have... Oh, what's this? Zheng, the Cloak of Night. It's a super rare. On enter, assassin, another target, ally you control gains stuff for as long as you control Zheng He. Cool dude. Cool dude. Super rare to end it off. Nothing. Oh, isn't this the thing that gets rid of, No. To negate target spell card activation, that's its control pastry. That's funny. More and more generic spell card negation. So it's not just blue locked. Yeah, nothing else crazy. Anyways, that's everything. To kind of recap what we pulled, we got the Rotund Scroll and nothing else matters. I'm joking. Anyways, we got Shang-He as a super rare, Sayur's Command. Was this a super rare? No, that's a rare that I thought sounded good. Then we got, let's see. I really should have done this better. Brackish Ludus, that's just a good rare. We got the Sunblessed Gazelle, Beseeched Fatestone, the Bloodmonger. I love that name. Just the Bloodmonger. It's so cool. Another super rare. There's a lot of supers actually that we pulled. That's really cool. And then for our 3 foils, we got Restorative Flame, Flamelast Beastmaster, Reserve, Rescue the Air. What am I reading that as? And then we got probably the prettiest freaking card art I've ever seen. Focus. There we go. With Jiang Yu, Fate's Premonition, and of course the big boy. God, this, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a terrible, terrible week, and things aren't gonna get much better for me for a while. This was a bright spot. This was a big bright spot. So, yep, that's everything. I'm sorry for the really long box opening. It kind of comes with me stopping to read everything, but it was worth it. Oh, I missed one. No, that's just uncommon. But it is one that is interesting. But anyways, gonna put that aside there. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Be on the lookout for more GA stuff. I want to do more GA stuff, especially if how the game likes me so much. Not many people have pulled 3 CSRs, and I don't even play it as much as I really should. I digress. Thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. See y'all later. Peace out. And yeah, be on the lookout for more GA and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I've thought about doing Digimon stuff, but every time I've uploaded something with Digimon, it doesn't do well. And I don't think people really are interested. But anyways, Rotund Squirrel. Let's go. See you later. Peace out. Bye.